Hi guys, Delu Guna. Credit to Leicester City yesterday. Fantastic comeback against Seville. Let's get into it. Now, before I make the point I'm going to make, Leicester City, credit to them. Didn't have the best of first legs. Got an away goal. Came to the KC or King Power, whatever they call it nowadays. Played Seville. Don't get me wrong, they had a bit of luck. 10 men, missing penalties, a lot of dodgy ref decisions. But for the large part, they were committed for each other. They fought for each other. They didn't quite care about the golfing class between the two sides. They were fearless. They played for the fans. They showed togetherness. These are the things that Arsenal have not been showing. Like they showed when they went and won the league. These are the basic components to achieve any sort of sporting accomplishment. Now, if I'm one of these Arsenal players, especially the ones that have been there 5-6 years, I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? Because too often I don't think Arsenal take Champions League seriously. I've always said that. But you've constantly seen, of course they're better than Seville, but you've constantly seen us play Bayern Munich. We're out of it by the first tie. A bit of improvement, and we might score, and we might need one more goal, and it doesn't happen, and we can say, what if we scored that, blah, blah, blah. You've seen that against Milan. You've seen that how many times. You've even seen us completely throw away 3-goal leads in the group stages against Anderlecht and have to fight to come second or first, or I can't remember where we finished. That we all remember that disgraceful thing against Monaco. And we all remember the 8-2, of course, fresh in our minds, the 8-2 against Bayern Munich. Shouldn't happen. I'm not, again, by any means of the imagination, I'm not suggesting because Seville lost to Leicester, we must beat Bayern Munich. But on the basis that they were underdogs, they showed heart and commitment, and they showed what happens if you believe in yourself and you give it a go. Things I'm not seeing by Arsenal time and time again. We haven't been there in 7 years. They have been there. First time in Champs, correct me if I'm wrong, but they've been there. We haven't been there in 7 years. Harry Redknapp has been further than us. And what is he? Where is he? He's on BT Sport. Like, what is going on? We're spitting in the faces of our fans and our club. We don't take Champions League seriously. Half the time, we're not selecting the right squad. We're playing Ospina and things like that, and rotating unnecessarily. Even this year, fair enough. For once, we won the group. It doesn't even matter nowadays if you win or finish second. Typically, we finish second and played a hard team, but we won the group. Can you name me a game we played good in that group? Against PSG, we weren't good. We're expected to beat Ludogorets or whatever, so I don't even class them as good games. Basel, give or take. When last did we actually play well in the Champions League? Correct me if I'm wrong, people. When did we play well? I can't see it. Honestly, I can't see it. Now, if I'm looking at these Arsenal players, I'm looking at that and look at Leicester's season. There's a chance they could be relegated. There's a chance they may not be playing in the Premier League. Some of these players, these players that have been here for 5 years, some of these Leicester players 5 years ago were playing League One, League Two, or whatever. So I'm looking at that. If I'm one of these Arsenal players, especially again if they've been here 5+ years, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Like, the penny needs to drop. I need to feel ashamed in my performances because what am I doing? What is going on in this club? What's going on? What is going on? Leicester have shown what happens if you... I'm not saying you need to spend money like some fans are going crazy on Twitter, but I don't see basic sporting principles in my side. I saw courage, heart, fight, commitment, and wanting to win ultimately by Leicester. I didn't see that by Arsenal. I haven't seen that. We disrespect the Champions League. Of course, we all know the board like qualifying just for the sake of it and whatnot, but I don't. And we don't take it seriously. There's no hiding places in the Champions League. It is the pinnacle of club football. You can't disrespect it. We keep disrespecting it. And that's why we haven't gone where we've gone in 7 years. And that's why since 2006 we haven't been in a final. We don't respect it at all. And it hurts me. Again, it touched me to see some of these players that have been playing League Two go further than you. You should have some more pride in yourselves. The same side that went and won the league, I've said this in my videos as well, the same side that shown the same principles to go and win the league shows what happened with the points I listed earlier and a stable back five and non-retardedness in the back in the defense. What happens, what you can achieve, what you can do. Really need to pull your fingers out. And if I'm an Arsenal player and you watch that game, of course we're out of the Champions League. Abysmal performance against Bayern Munich. Don't even want to talk about it. There's nothing to play for this year. Well, on paper, the FA Cup, and mathematically the league's possible, but we all know it's gone. But what I will say, if I see that, based on what I saw last game, against for Leicester, you need to show some heart, commitment, and them same principles from now to the end of the season. If nothing more than pride, because it doesn't look like you have pride in any of your performances. The Leicester players are prideful. They've come from the bottom. Arsenal players have it too easy, and that's why I keep saying you can't manufacture heart. You can't do it, lads. This is just making me angry making this video. Of course, finally, Wenger's comments about Leicester struggling because they have Champions League this year, taken out of context. I mean, they are struggling. They've gone where they've gone in the Champions League, underrated by everyone, and gone where they've gone, but they're 15th. His words were taken out of context and made to be silly. But what I will say, Wenger, is don't you feel some sort of disgrace seeing that? Seeing that you've been here for 7-year period or whatnot. We haven't been there in 7 years, and Leicester have. There's no excuses. We have a way better side than Leicester. They have a better mentality than us. That's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. And it burns me to say it, but that is a fact. Criminally lesser players than Arsenal. But they have smart players and players that can fight. We don't have that. And that's why, again, they are where they are in the Champions League. And we are where we are in the Champions League. Out of it. It doesn't lie. Results don't lie. Effort don't lie. All these things don't lie. And they ultimately, the penny has to drop with these players. Anyways, guys, Dilute Laguna, signing out. Time to start my day. Thank you for watching.